Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to share with you my quick, realistic, everyday makeup routine using mostly affordable products. When I'm not talking, for me, this is a 15-minute or less look. Super simple, super easy, and it's just fun and chatty. Without further hesitation, let's get right into this video. Good morning. It is just after 7 a.m. I am getting ready with you in real time to head out for the day. I have this appointment a little bit. I have to be all the way downtown Toronto, so I need to give myself like an hour to get there. Let's get this makeup on, and I'm going to share with you a makeup look that I have been doing for the last couple days. It takes me about 15 minutes max, and it's using the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette. I was sharing with you in another video recently. I don't love this palette. Recently, I've been using it a lot, so I would share with you my quick look using this palette. First, I need to get a little lip balm on. For my morning lip prep, I've really been loving this Naturium Phyto-Glow Lip Balm Shimmer, and this is in the shade Stardust. I was intrigued by this product because I like the Phyto-Glow lip mask, the one in the squeeze tube, but I find it a little difficult to squeeze out. This one has a wand, and I much prefer it. So for day to day, I generally like to keep the makeup I use as affordable as possible because I don't want to go through my high-end stuff rapid fire because it is more expensive. To prep my skin, I use one of my current favorite primers, and this is just nice and easy. It has a little bit of a gold shimmer to help neutralize redness. Laura Geller Spackle Skin Perfecting Primer. This is the Champagne Glow version, and this was like $15 during a Black Friday sale. And then I've already done my NARS concealer. This is an affordable product, but you need such a little bit that it's wonderful. I'm going to use the darker of the two shades, which is Honey, and this is my color correcting shade. I like using this to start my eyeshadow look. Even on an everyday basis, wanting to get ready a little bit more quickly, I still like to do the things that make me feel like me. So I will use a slightly deeper shade to just clean up under my brow. I generally like to get any stray hairs or anything at night when I'm doing my evening routine. So that way in the morning, I don't really have to worry about like plucking my brows and cleaning things up in the morning when my time is a little bit more limited. I like to tidy them up with tweezers at night, and then in the morning, I can just go through, clean up my microblading that's left over, and then I also just like to go through, sharpen up. I use a concealer that's a little bit different. This is also going to help act as my brow bone contour, and that's definitely not a must. You could use something that matches your skin tone. My brow bone is one of the more prominent parts of my upper face. I like to use something a little bit darker to help it recede a little bit so it doesn't look as prominent. Now I'm going to use my e.l.f. brow pencil. This is the Instant Brow Lift in the shade Blonde. And I like this pencil because it's just big, it's easy, and I generally like to jump around. So I will put my NARS concealer on after I do my skincare routine and my priming. Then I like to start on my brows, because brows I won't do anything crazy with on an everyday basis. I generally just keep them simple and easy. For my brows, I also like to use my mirror that's further away from me, so that way I'm not up in my mirror hyper fixating. To continue my eyes, I am going to be using the Laura Geller Bake Balance and Brighten. Not a super affordable product, but you can get it on a really good deals. During Black Friday, I was able to get a new shade, and with the Black Friday discount and everything like that, it was around $20 Canadian, which is more affordable than a lot of actual drugstore foundations. So I am using the shade Porcelain, which is a lighter neutral cool tone shade, and I am using this just to start my eye prep. When I was doing my foundation routine, I used a little bit of the lighter shade of concealer, which is the NARS Vanilla. So I used that just to prep my lids, blank out my canvas. And then the new shade I purchased is the shade Fair. I tried this all over. For me, this is too dark. It's too dark. It's a little too warm, but it's a great like bronzing or like bronzer shade. So I just use this to set that darker concealer, and I'll even feather over my lower brow. This is going to create a little bit of contrast or highlight and contour between my lid and my brow. So you can already see lid's lighter, that is a little bit darker. And this is also going to help neutralize the peachy tones in NARS Honey Concealer. So now Stone Cold Fox Palette by ColourPop. And I've said before, before, I don't love this palette because it gets so messy. Even when I try to clean it, it just gets more and more messy, especially this bottom row. The first shade I'm gonna start off with is the shade Luxe, which is this off-white, almost a cruise shade. Using the same large fluffy brush, this is a BK Beauty 201. Continue with my large mirror. I'm going to use this to reinforce the lighter shade over my lid. I like to focus here on the inner corner. I like to do this before I do any type of proper foundation. My concealer, I can patch up if I do get fallout. During the day, I don't do a lot of crazy eyeshadow looks, so I don't generally have much fallout, but this is just to help streamline my process. Next, I've been using the shade Fascinated, which is like a taupey gray. Same brush, now I'm just using the point or the head of the brush, and I am just going to stamp. I like to hold my eye kind of big and wide open and just stamp in this C shape. When I stamp this shade, it's not too intense, so I can get a lot of payoff with relative low effort. Also, by stamping and pressing, I find I get less color fallout. After I do a step, I just like to pause, look side to side. I feel like I have a little bit more color payoff there than here, so I'm just gonna reinforce this. Now I'm gonna take a flat brush. This is a BK Beauty A501, and I am gonna use the shade So Fine today, which is a light shimmery pink. This is going to be my all over lid shade. So I'm just going to press this on the part of my eyelid that is movable or mobile. So not in the inner corner, but just right over the lid. And I am just going to kind of press everything on, and then I'm gonna blend. It's not gonna give you the most crisp blend, but when you're in a hurry and you just wanna get your makeup done, packing something on within reason. Like, you don't wanna pack on like a black and a white, because then you can just get gray or make a muddy mess. But pack on two shades that are similar to your skin tone, and then you can go back with your fluffy brush, and now you can blur the lines between the two and just make it look a lot more intentional and seamless, and like you put in a lot more work than you did, but overall it was pretty easy. In the morning, I feel like my eyes look extra sleepy, so I just like to wake them up and use a little sneaky trick. I'm going to use my Sephora Collection eyeliner. This is shade number 29, My Boyfriend's Jeans. It is a bright cobalt blue, and I love using this as my upper tight line. It's dark enough to give my lashes a little bit of depth, but it also is going to help neutralize any yellow or red tones in the eyes to make my eyes look bigger and brighter. While I'm here, I'm going to take another shade of that Sephora eyeliner. This is the shade Flirting Game. It's like a really beautiful shimmer taupe, and I am going to use this just to put a little line right against the lower lash line. I like this to be a fine point, so that way I can keep my line nice and tight, and then once I have that on, I will go from the high point of my upper eye and just connect it. I'm going to use that same brush again that I used to pack the shadow all over my lid. This time I'm going to use the top or the head of it. And I'm going to use the shade Baby Doll, which is like a copper. Since this is a shimmer, make sure you tap it off really well. For this, I'm going to use my little handheld mirror just because it's closer and I can see better. I'm going to angle up and buff out my lower lash line. And I'm going to take this all the way across. This is a little bit deeper than my skin tone and it's lighter than the eyeliner. So if I buff and blend, I will get a nice mid-tone. Once I have that blended, I can just carry whatever I have left right on top. When I get here to the outer corner, I like to extend and then pull back in. That way I'm keeping my definition, it's just softened. I have a little tissue. I'm just going to go through, pat under my eyes. If I have anything that's fallen out, if I just gently tap over, that will help to clean it up a little bit. Now I'm gonna grab my concealer brush and I'm just gonna go under, use any leftover product on my concealer brush to clean up the shape of my eyeshadow and just make sure everything looks nice. I'm gonna move on to foundation and let my eyes hang out where they are for a moment. For every day, I like to mix two shades of the e.l.f. Soft Glam. I have the shade 21 Light Neutral and the shade 14 Fair Cool. In a perfect world, I would have a lighter shade because this is a little bit dark, but it does a lot for color correcting. Something I like to do is I have a little dot of my eyeliner on the back of my hand. That's a nice cobalt blue. And with this foundation, I really enjoy it. I find it a little dark and a little peachy. If we look at the color wheel, the opposite of orange is blue. So a little bit of blue mixed in with that foundation will just help neutralize. This morning, my hair is making me giggle. I say my hair like I grew it, but this is the very first wig that really got me into wigs. This is my Belle Tress Montecito, the wig that I first invested in as like my everyday hair. I have recently been getting a lot of questions on my old PRP videos asking for an update on results, and when I reply to those comments, I just point blank say that I discontinued the treatments because it was too expensive for the results I was seeing. When I first did it, I got a little bit of kind of fuzz growing back in, like very much like Bella's hair, but overall, for the thousands of dollars that PRP cost, I wasn't seeing $1,000 results in my opinion. I hung on to that for a little bit, and then just with my gender affirming journey and everything like that, I wanted hair. I needed hair. I didn't want to have like patterned hair loss and then just do everything else. So that's when I start with wigs, and wigs have been such a game changer for my confidence, how I feel, how people respond to me. Like last time I was at the dentist, it really threw me off. I love my dentist. She is phenomenal and she keeps me in check. And she was doing my exam and she's like, "Who does your highlights?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Who does your highlight?" "My highlighting?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, this is just one from MAC." I thought she was talking about my cheek highlighter because like, I mean, these are a lace front. They're just a slip on, put it on like a hat and go. And she's like, no, your hair. Who does your highlights?" I'm like, "Oh." I'm like, "Girl, this is a wig." And she's like, "What?" She's like, "I'm in your face. I can't see." I was like, yeah. I was like, "Here's the lace." And she's like, "Oh." She's like, "That's really good." I'm like, "Yeah." So then I told her to check out the Chiquel boutique. If you're in Toronto, it's about an hour away. It is south and it's in a little town called Oakville. It's really cute. When my husband and I go, we normally make a little day trip out of it, but they have some really nice wigs, and one wig, depending on what sale's going on, will normally set you back $300 to $400. But like this one I've had for over a year. I take care of it. I trimmed it a little bit at first, so I gave it a little bit more of like the trendy Italian bob that was going on at the time, so that way it was a little bit more stacked in the back and gave it a little bit more volume. I love it. It makes me happy. For this, I don't really want concealer, so I'm not gonna do concealer today. I'm gonna use my Laura Geller Baked Bounce and Brighten and Fair. I'm gonna use this to set all over. What was making me giggle about my hair is I have continued to let my natural hair, like up here, has filled in a little bit. Maybe when I do my year-end hair care empties video, I'll show you my bio hair, but like down here, like here's some of my hair, like, because I like to pull out strands of my hair before I put into the wig cap. So you can see my hair is actually longer than the wig and the color matches pretty great. It's interesting though, because this is a rooted shade, which means it has a built-in root. This root is darker than my natural hair, and it's also a little bit more neutral, especially as I've gotten older and I don't color my hair like I used to. Every now and then I will tone my hair just to kind of blend the grays in, but as I've gotten older, my hair has gone from a shade similar to this but a little bit more on that ashy violet side to now that's something like, it's like a white mixed with a platinum blonde, which is also mixed with like a very mousy gray. If you are familiar with like Pravana colors, like the pearl ash range, I'm somewhere, like if you mix together like a 7 and an 8, I'm right in the middle of those two right now as far as like my natural hair color. I personally like having brightness. I'll see there again. There's another piece of like my real hair longer. But when I was doing this hairstyle, I was just having fun and I wanted to use curling brush. This is the darker shade. This is the shade Fair, and I've been using this as like an everyday bronzer. It's gonna give me a little bit of depth, but it's not too dark. This also has a little bit more warmth, so I can use it to color correct anything that I need. I have got 5 more minutes, so I am going to use this little JudyDoll contour palette. Everyday contour isn't a must, but I like it. MAC 109S. This is the synthetic version of the popular 109 brush that we all loved back in the 2010s. I'm using the matte highlight just to brighten up here. Since I didn't use concealer, I'm still gonna highlight. Same thing with the nose, here, here. And then I like to give it one more brush over just for good measure. This is gonna be subtle, but it's gonna give you a little bit of a pop. Now I'm gonna use the matte pink. This is gonna be like a brightening blusher. I'm gonna take this here on the front of my cheek. The cheek color I'm using is a little bit more intense. So this is just gonna help me fade and transition from the lighter points to the darker points. Same brush, I'm gonna now use the shimmer highlight. Take this here, pop on the cheek, blend into the outer corner. Big fluffy brush again, and I'm gonna use the gray contour shade. I'm gonna stay more horizontal with my placement and buff into this outer portion of the cheek and then just under. This is gonna pretty much get covered up by my blush, but it's just gonna give me a little bit more shape, and it's to pull the eyes. For every day, I kind of like to make my mid face the focal point, so bringing more attention here to the cheeks. That way my face looks vertically wider and gives it more of a heart shape versus like a heavier lower oblong shape. I'm gonna now use the NYX collaboration with Bridgerton. I found this on sale for half price, and this I was so eager to purchase because it has two of the buttermilk blush shades that I really wanted to try. The shade Getting Butter and For the Butter. They are intense. I'm gonna use my brush, just gently pick up a little bit of the darker shade. Start on the back. You can see it has a lot of color payoff. So just a small amount. I always like to have a little microfiber towel on my vanity, and then I will wipe it off and then buff. I'm keeping it in this horizontal placement. I'm just buffing it back and forth, focusing back, pulling forward. That will help me shear it down a little bit. I really like this shade used sparingly to create this like winter chilly effect. As I have less on my brush, I will pull it into the outer corner of the eye, nose, chin. Now I am going to use the lighter, more pinky rose. Even though it's lighter, it's still intense, so just here in the front. I really enjoy this NYX blush formula. It's just, it's intense. A little bit goes a long way. I'm gonna take another brush and I'm gonna use this just to buff. Blot off my lip balm. I'm using the Revlon cream formula of this super lustrous lipstick. This is shade 668 Primrose, classic neutral cool tone pink. Maybelline Lifter Liner in the shade Line Leader. NYX Slick Click Fat Oil in the shade Clout. It's one of these like little push-up pins. I don't love this applicator, so I take a little bit on my finger. L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal Mascara. For my fragrance, I'm using a new fragrance. This was very much an impulse purchase for me. This is the new Dior Miss Dior Essence. I love this. It is like a really beautiful blackberry, blackcurrant, confectionery goodness. It is gorgeous. I feel like outside of winter, this would definitely be more of an evening fragrance. But now that it's freezing outside, it's a little bit more chilly. You can get away with something a little bit more jammy. There we have our everyday look that I've really been loving recently. I hope you all enjoyed this quicker video seeing what I actually do in my everyday life to get ready in a hurry. Let me know if you've tried any of these products. Is there anything that you are curious to try, or if you would try a look like this? Until we see each other again, I hope you're taking care of yourself wherever it is you are in the world, and I will see you later. Bye, y'all.